This man's behind bars, charged with beating his own grandmother to death. And tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from someone who knew him well, his estranged wife. She says the suspect admits that he beat the woman and says that he was high on drugs at the time. 24-Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks has our story tonight.
He was high. He was looking for his fix. He wanted his next. He needed to stay high.
That was the condition she says her estranged husband, John Bostrom, was in when he showed up at the house with the pear-shaped bird feeder out front and the mesh curtains that say Grandma House. Wanting the car keys of the petite woman who stood less than 5 feet tall, she wouldn't give them, and he beat her, investigators say, causing her death some 35 days later. On the phone from prison, she says,
he cried. He can't believe he did it.
A twofold loss in a single beating. This community has lost Miss Decker. She'd normally have her house primed now for the Christmas holiday, the 3 decades-long plus tradition for her family to gather here. But the Bostrom family has lost 2, none more than his 2 kids. No dad this Christmas, maybe never again.
He took care of us as a family, kept everything together. But when them drugs the urge would, come back to him, he'd lose all of it.
The most telling, recently at school, Bostrom's 8-year-old son had $5 to buy something for his parents at the school Santa store. He bought his dad a notepad so he could write him a letter from prison.
He thought he could bring it in and give it to him while he was in prison. And I had to explain to him that he's not allowed to bring things into prison. And we sat and held each other and cried.
She hasn't told their 11-year-old daughter, who she described as a daddy's girl.
I can't break her heart like that before Christmas.
The mailman skipped Grandma's mailbox. No Christmas tree in the window, no lights at her house. All because of a drug problem, she believes. She hopes her message touches someone struggling with addiction.
When people have this bad of a drug problem, somebody should stand up and do something and help them, or at least try.
Leon Hendricks, 24-Hour News 8.
Yes.
Bostrom's already in prison, serving up to 5 years for stealing a car on the same day that he's accused of beating Decker for hers. If convicted on the open murder charges, he could spend life in prison.